Welcome once again. All takes valid, episode 17. As always, I go by Trill Trayy. Unfortunately, I'm here with SP21, aka Spence, and
Man,
Vick. So,
Big trust.
yeah, we're about to get into that, I think. So, Vic,
that's
why don't you go
still
ahead and
disgusting.
give them the rundown for this episode?
All right, so for today's episode, it's episode 17. Currently, it is Saturday, 4:28 p.m. Eastern. We'll start off the show with the recap of this past Wednesday night football game, first time in history. Um, the Russ and John Wall trade. We'll also give you updates on COVID around the NFL. And to finish off, we will do the pick'ems for this week. So with that
Mr.
being said,
Pickens here. Just let you
that's
know.
not Mr. Pick'ems.
Just let
Uh,
you know. But go ahead.
as they as they say, fake news. He's not Mr. Pick'ems. So far, Spencer has us all. He has 3 wins. Trey has 2, and I have 1. So, but I'm Mr. Thursday night, as they say.
I
You
Word
can
on the
mean,
have
I
that.
don't
street.
know who they is
You can have that.
and
You can
who's
have it.
saying that.
Word in the streets, man. That's what it is.
You can have that.
I'm Mr. Thursday night football.
You can have
But
that.
yep. So with that being said, the Baltimore Ravens, as predicted, the third string practice squad team lost to the first string undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers. What do y'all have to say about this?
Go ahead, Spence. Go ahead.
Uh-uh. Don't
I'm
worry
gonna let
about
you.
me.
No.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was at work during that time, so I could not watch the game. So when I came back, saw the score, a couple highlights. I'm like, okay. Trey did say that they have a history of playing as as maybe opponent's level sometimes, but things happen. But guess what? Dub's a dub, so can't really get mad at that. So
Yeah.
that's all I got. I'm gonna be in the corner.
All right. You want to go, Vic, or
No, you
you
can
want me
go
to
ahead.
break it down for you?
Yeah, I mean, you can
Ooh,
break it down if that's what you want. It's not
All
really a
right.
big breakdown for me, but
I mean, yeah, it is. All right. So first of all, I mean, like Vic or Spence just said, a dub is a dub. That's all. It's about wins and losses. At the end of the day, we won, y'all lost. Now, as Mike Tomlin said in his press conference, we played horrible in pretty much every aspect of the game. Fumbles
eh,
on special teams, defense, receivers dropping very catchable passes, a dumb red zone interception by Ben. It was just couldn't run the ball effectively. All that, yet we still won the game. It's crazy, huh? So
I mean,
you like to make the excuse or the example that we had our third string guys in there, but let's not forget last season, week 17, we beat y'all. We made the playoffs. You guys sat all your starters. This same third string people, they beat us with our starters. So don't make that excuse now. RG3 was
oh,
bragging that game.
oh, we had our second strings that game.
Oh, second strings, my bad.
And that was this practice squad in this game. So
Oh,
yeah, so
regardless,
you know,
regardless, regardless of the fact, we can only play who's lined up. That's
that's
what it
true.
comes down to. That's not our fault. In all actuality, it's y'all fault that y'all starters weren't there. Y'all coaching staff not reporting his symptoms of COVID. So don't blame us for the fact that y'all
Hey,
play with y'all third stringers. Third stringers,
no,
first stringers. You guys haven't won a game in like 4 weeks. Doesn't matter. So if that's your excuse, run with that. That's cool. Y'all haven't been winning with your starters either. So it doesn't really matter. We beat the starters already. Doesn't really matter.
yeah, yeah, I shouldn't have beat us, but it is what it is.
It's shouldn't,
Yeah,
barely, all
it
these
is what it
words.
is.
What happened?
It happened. Yeah, you're right.
Y'all lined up and y'all lost.
Hey,
That's what
but
happened.
there's a difference between a team losing that's supposed to lose and a team losing that wasn't supposed to lose. We weren't supposed to lose that first game against y'all. Everybody knows that. Y'all
I
won,
don't know that.
and that's true. That's
I
true.
don't know
Y'all
that.
won. Y'all won, but y'all weren't the better team. But again, y'all undefeated. Can't take that away from y'all. Y'all played who y'all played, and that's it. So again,
And the
and as
crazy thing
far
is,
as the,
y'all are playing who we play too, and y'all record nowhere near ours.
I mean,
So
there's
if you want to make excuses about an easy schedule, y'all played pretty much the exact same people we play.
no, because y'all don't play KC.
I
Y'all
said pretty
definitely
much. Okay, so
pretty much okay.
okay,
Because
so
in
look,
all reality,
Steelers.
we all know that if y'all play KC, they'll blow the doors off of y'all.
I don't know that.
You don't know it because you're just not accepting of that. But you're
I
just
don't know that.
you're in denial until that game
Hang on,
comes.
Vic.
But we
Hang
all
on, Vic.
know,
Hang on, Vic. Hang on, Vic.
we
Hang on,
all
Vic.
know,
Let Jay finish his statement.
we
We're
all
gonna
know
get
it's a
you.
storm. It's the
I
quiet
know.
before the storm.
Hang on.
Hey,
Hang
so
on.
look,
Let
check
him
this out
finish.
though. That's an interesting point because a lot of people have been bringing up the fact about KC, this and that, which amazing offensively. They can be had on defense though, as we've seen that a
But
couple
the,
times. The
the thing is
Panther,
though,
the Panthers just about beat them. The
Eh,
field goal kicker doesn't miss that field goal. The game's over. There's nothing that Mahomes' greatness had to do with that. They were in position to win that game. The kicker missed.
but what
He
was
had
it?
nothing to do with that.
63 yard field goal, 64. That was a
He
desperation.
still had the
Wide
chance to
right.
win the game. And he's done that three other times, or I think
mm,
four other times this season.
Hey,
I don't know
I
why he
mean that
still has a job.
the same could be said about the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's games that y'all could have lost, but y'all didn't. Y'all won those games. It
Yeah,
is
but
what it
that's
is.
the thing though. Is they're not saying the same thing. But here's an interesting stat though.
That's
Our combined opponents, since you want to talk about our schedule, 33, 47, and 2. The Chiefs combined opponents record this season is 33 and 50. So what are you talking about?
what am I
What are we
talking
really
about?
saying?
What are we really saying?
They're
What
not
was the
playing
score?
anybody. They're not playing
What,
anybody just like we're not playing anybody, as you say.
what was the score between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs? What do you see happen versus those two teams compared to that team? Can you honestly say that you're the better team? And you're in all honesty, can you honestly say that without being biased?
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah. Because look, I think it's a wash. Honestly, let's be real.
A wash.
Listen, no, listen. It washes
Okay.
out.
I'm listening. I'm
You
listening.
can say that they have a better offense, right? I think we can all agree to that. Even though our offense has been putting up some pretty decent numbers, but we don't really run the ball particularly well. Our defense is light years better than their defense. So sit here and tell me that's a lie.
Mm, I wouldn't say that. Light years?
It's better in every
Y'all
statistical
have a
category.
yeah.
It is
Oh, okay. Well,
better
if you're
than the
talking about
Chiefs.
stats, yeah, if you're talking about stats, then yeah, different story.
Okay, so you can say the Chiefs. This is how I break it down. You can say the Chiefs put up more points. They also give up more points than we give up.
But you can also say is that the Chiefs' offense puts so much pressure on opposing teams by how fast they score and how much points they put on the board that it allows their defense to benefit from that. Even though they're giving up points and yards themselves, they're also getting turnovers, which, at the end of the day, bend but don't break is a philosophy that, the Chiefs have. And they don't care how they win sometimes. It is what it is. But, um, also just kind of going back to it, Um, it's unfortunate. I know that you didn't mention it, but I know I saw the report. Bud Dupree out for the season, ACL.
Yep.
I was definitely wanting to see KC versus Pitt, um, at full strength, both sides. But that's definitely going to hurt y'all in terms of that playoff push. But I don't know who y'all have behind them or, how capable they are in terms of filling in his role. But I thought it would have been an interesting matchup if both teams were able to play full strength. But the life of reality, that's not always the case.
Yeah, I mean, we can't make any excuse. I don't want to be. because I don't even know with him would we have beat them, you know. But I feel like the
Yeah,
chances are that much better with him than they are without. But like you said, it is what it is. It happened. Sucks that it happened, particularly because you know he was playing on a franchise tag, so this was
yeah.
like a contract year, which I don't think, even though he was playing good, he played himself into a new contract somewhere,
Oof,
but I don't think we were gonna necessarily resign him anyways. Just
that
being
sucks for him.
realistic, we got TJ Watt coming up that got to get paid. We still got to see what we're gonna do with Juju. So he more or less was just gonna be the odd man out, realistically.
Yeah.
So hopefully he recovers from it, makes a full recovery. He'll get an opportunity to make some money somewhere else. But yeah,
Yeah, some team is gonna have to take a huge gamble. I mean, I don't know. With the recent ACL injuries, it feels like they're ankle injuries nowadays. But
yeah, with
uh,
technology now, the doctors and
yeah,
we have
it's just for him. Unfortunately, he's not gonna be back until probably
after
uh
training camp.
mid-season next year,
Yeah,
if if at the latest. But yeah, the earliest it could be that time frame. But I think mid-season next year probably be more realistic. So somebody, if they do, or if they are willing to pay him, you know, I can imagine that the money wouldn't be all guaranteed. It'd
yeah,
be
we have to
incentive
improve it.
based. Yeah.
And
So
realistically, I mean, he probably won't want to do it after what just happened playing on a franchise. But for me, if I
yeah.
was him, if I came back healthy, I'd probably take a 1 year prove it deal.
Yeah.
Beside, besides signing like a longer term but less money than what I should get, I
Hmm.
take a gamble on myself again. And if he balls out, makes it through it, then he gets the money he would have been getting had he not gotten hurt, unfortunately. But yeah,
Um. Well, I
Hang on,
wasn't.
hang
Go
on.
ahead.
Somebody's TV on?
What was that?
Somebody's TV on?
no,
Is somebody TV on?
Yeah, because I hear
Oh,
music.
my bad. Yeah, I gotta
I
have my
no.
was,
TV
But I
on.
mean,
I was copyright infringement.
real, hey, realistically speaking, though, to sum this up, though, um, records really go out the window, and all that go all the stats go out the window when we play the Ravens anyway. Literally every meeting, it's been split down the middle out of all the times we played. So I mean, I knew it was going to be a tough game regardless of who played,
Ooh.
just like the first one. So say
Mm.
what you want about the starters or not the starters,
Oh
but
no, what wasn't your buddy what was the defensive
Yo,
tackle to it saying it's gonna be easy win?
well, he didn't even play. He couldn't play, so
Yeah, he didn't play.
He was on the COVID list. So I mean,
Yeah,
it is
I
what it
mean,
is.
it
You can
seemed like
say,
a lot of people had that vibe going on, saying it's gonna be an easy dub. All I cared about was that at least the game was respectable.
but
Um,
that's the thing though. If you were watching it really wasn't. Besides our mistakes, if we don't make those mistakes, it's not even close,
ooh.
which it
I
shouldn't have been.
mean, you could say the same thing about the Ravens too, because RG3 made that through that interception that Joe Hayden took back to the crib. You eliminate that, talk about a different story right there.
Ooh.
And that
Um,
fumble that Gus and RG3 had, you eliminate that, could be a different story. Just a lot of
Ooh.
things we can talk about, but
this
hey,
man had 37 pass yards before he got hurt. Let's be real, bro.
I mean, he still was. We're not talking about the ground
Ooh.
game now. We're not talking about the
Ooh.
ground game because you've seen RG3. He looked like the old
Yeah,
RG3.
and
Ooh.
until he did what he always does, right? Get
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, get injured. Yep. But
I mean,
he
yeah,
did his
it
thing.
looked good. Had that long run. I was actually happy for him because I want to see him look like his old self. He's gonna be like
Yeah,
one of those players that we look back on and it's just like what could have been,
yep.
like really what could have been. He was special that
If we
first game.
didn't, if nobody touched them, nobody touched them. If
Yep.
nobody touched them, we would have had the same. We would have had Heisman Baylor
But
RG3.
the
No, niggas
issue
gonna
though
touch them.
is he couldn't learn how to slide. Like they
They even brought
actually
a
yeah,
baseball player to help
yeah, they
teach him, and
tried
he
to
just still
teach
couldn't
him how
learn.
to slide and he refused. Like he just couldn't. grasp the concept of sliding, which is crazy to me.
Yeah,
You see,
really
Kyler
is.
Murray is that's one of his strong suits.
Because he was like
But even so,
playing
well,
baseball.
I guess you're right because I'll say Russell Wilson, but he has a
He
baseball
played
background
baseball
too.
Yeah,
too.
So
yeah,
I
that's
maybe
true.
maybe there's something to that. Maybe there's something
The best
on
the
there.
best quarterbacks know how to slide because of baseball.
I mean, Lamar Jackson doesn't slide per se, but he also doesn't put his body in harm's way. He doesn't. I've still
Yeah,
yet to see Lamar really get blown up.
yeah. Except for that one
Oh
time last year against the
yeah,
Jets, but
yeah.
most
That
of the
one
time
time.
he doesn't really get touched like that. He's just evasive to where he just he somehow manages to avoid getting any serious hits. I mean, you see him getting hit all the time, but it's just
Yeah,
it might
it's
be at
normal.
like
It's normal stuff though. Like that, all
yeah.
quarterbacks get hit. But
So
we're talking about the stuff
um
that RG3. I don't know, slide man. But okay,
yeah,
outside of that though, and then even McSorley, he got in. He had 77 yards. He
it was
completed 2 out of 7 passes. Right,
mhm,
one of them went for 70 yards. So if the defense
yeah.
doesn't blow that coverage there, like there is, what are we really talking about?
I mean, this at the end of the day, we can
We
go
had a
back and
kick,
forth
we had a
about
kick return or punt return, fumble, gave y'all great field positioning. We had I don't know, 2 to 3 drives that were just killed by. I mean, I understand
I
dropping
forget.
the ball. Like these weren't like Ben put the ball too high. It was behind somebody. Like the ball's in your hand, bro. Y'all got to catch those. Like horrible, horrible.
What did Mike Thomas say about y'all in the red zone?
Well, they asked him what I'm trying to quote the question that was asked to him about the receiver's ability not to catch the ball or something. He said it had to do with us sucking.
Oh,
Pretty
he
much.
just
Us
said we
sucking.
sucked.
Yeah, and
We
that's
sucked.
Us sucking.
and yeah, and that's how I agree. You can say it was you can say all the pushback or the delay of the game and all that, but you know how to catch, bro. I don't care. I mean, you know how to catch. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
There's
you
no
get
excuse
paid to
for
do
that.
that.
There's no excuse for that.
It's an everyday hustle for
Yeah.
those
Claypool
football
dropped
players.
the easy one in the end zone. Deontay Johnson, you dropped the easy one in the end zone. Ebron early on made some good plays and then killed 2 whole drives. So it's just like, yeah. I one thing I will say though, against a better team, or I guess y'all at full strength, if we play the same way we play in those situations, we probably don't win that game. We play KC like that, we definitely getting blown out. Yes.
Yeah, I was expecting y'all to run all over our defense, especially with the bodies that we had out there. Um, but it didn't happen. I mean, I think that's going to be something that like y'all similar to KC because y'all both. I think well, KC, I think they can run the ball better than y'all, but y'all are more like KC was like last year, where they can barely run the ball, but they were definitely able to pass the ball, which that's your strong suit, most of the
You
time.
know what's crazy though? Honestly, like my boy pointed out to me the other day, because you know how I feel about James Conner. We talk about this a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Connor, for what it's worth, I would have to pull it up just to confirm though, but he's actually like in the top 12 of Russia this season. So he's not production wise. I guess he's not doing bad, but it's just when you watch it, like the eye test,
Yeah, it doesn't look.
I'm good. But he's averaging like 4.1 a carry. So I mean, he's
He's
being productive,
yeah,
but
just not the production that y'all probably so
it's not
accustomed to.
Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah,
Just love that man. He's trying, man. He knows he's
Look,
uh,
not. He
you
knows
look,
he's
check this
not.
out though. Look,
He's trying to be loyal.
look
Trey,
the
let him be
whole
loyal.
the whole thing though about him, and it kind of pisses me off. Like anybody who talks about him, the first thing they say is he's a great guy, this and that. That's cool. That is great. I need production. Get me a not great guy who can come in and run the ball. Sorry, not sorry. If it's me, he's not getting re-signed. And honestly, can you tell me? Any other team right now in the NFL that he would start on besides us? Where is James
Buffalo.
Conner starting besides the Steelers?
I like Buffalo.
He can do Buffalo.
Buffalo don't
Y'all
really
don't
have
y'all
a.
don't like not Singletary, the young boy they got, Moss.
Nah, he's more of a red zone back, um, goal line back. He'll punch it in for you, but
He's more of a
New York,
power back. He's not.
the
He's not gonna give
Jets,
you much.
the Jets can definitely use him. Um,
I mean, I
Yeah, but
think Frank Gore is their lead rusher, so you're right. They probably could. They probably they, maybe okay. That's two teams, but it's like let's be real, bro. Like
hang
but
on. Let me.
okay,
Hang on.
if
Let me
we
think.
if we cut him right now, who's going out their way to be like, oh my god, we gotta go get James Conner? It's not.
yeah, hold on.
It's not. Nobody's lining up for him. I'm sorry.
Yeah, probably
Bills.
not. But I think I think the Jets would be number one, then the Bills. The Bills, I
Jets.
think they like their
Bills.
guys, but
And
Jet.
Singletary was actually good
Chicago,
last year.
Chicago might use him because David Montgomery,
Well, Cohen's out
he's
this year.
okay.
No,
Cohen got hurt for the year, so that
Yeah.
kind of hurt
So
them.
Montgomery's back.
oh, he's back. Okay. Well,
Yeah, he played against He played against the Fight. No, Green Bay.
but well, I mean, besides that, back to the game. Only thing that I wanted to say, I mean, some of the officiating was questionable throughout that game, but
I
the one
honestly
that
don't think we got that first down in the end. To be real,
yeah, that was crazy because it was. I mean, based off
it
from
it
from what
was
the
it
review
was
showed,
short. Yeah,
yeah, it looked like it was short for sure, but not a first down. Like they just, I thought the
I think they
officiating
were
was
just
very
ready to get.
questionable.
I think they were
Yeah,
just ready to like get the game over with. Honestly,
yeah, yeah, and then the first half, in the first half, which Trey alluded to in our chats that we had. Yeah, it was, to me, it was also bad clock management, but at the same time, which has been widely reported, it's been widely on every TV station that you probably have been to. Just the um, hustle that the Baltimore Ravens, like, it didn't seem like anybody was like trying to, like, at least push off the other Steelers players
but that's
to.
RG3's fault. As
Yeah,
a
because
quarterback,
he,
you're supposed to be like you
yeah,
always see
and
that. You've
everybody
seen
was.
you've seen people come in mid game, a backup quarterback, and then 2 minute drill situation. 2 minute. You got to be able to rally and get the team set up. So I can't even
Because
use.
I mean, to
Is
me, that
yeah,
that
it's
was that
bad.
was
Yeah, go
that
ahead.
was frustrating for me as a fan of the Ravens. That
That
I'm
that was
seeing, like,
that was huge. That was huge too.
yeah,
That was a
because
huge
I
drop.
mean, they could have at least, whether it was spike the ball or do a play action pass, which is what they ultimately end up doing as soon as they snap the ball.
Right.
Um, they could have done that to, kind of like, stop the clock, or if they could have potentially got a touchdown, but just and I forgot what player it was, but he was, it was clear as day, even just looking at the video footage. I don't remember what Steelers player, but he had no motivation to get up or anything like that. It should have been a delay of game. Even the guy from New York that usually gives his comments during the games on questionable calls or what he believes it might be. He said it should have been a delay of game, but it didn't happen. It is what it is. The Ravens lost at least 3 points on that drive that they could have potentially taken advantage of to you know make the scenario a little different, especially in that fourth quarter, which I also have um, reviewed that, and I felt like the players, they didn't give up, but the coaches, I felt like there was a, what was it, a 4th and 2 in the fourth quarter, that instead of going for it, because I mean we're already down, we got nothing to lose, they
Yeah,
decided to punt
yeah,
the
I see
ball.
that. Yeah,
So it's just like, to me, it's just like,
but
did y'all just throw in
do
the
you give
towel,
us the
or
ball at that short? Like, I mean,
it's just it's
I
just like, you
I,
already know.
I see it both ways though, because it's like
It could be, yeah.
make us drive the field. If you feel like we like I said, our drives have been stalling out due to drops and stuff. So
Hmm.
don't give us a short field to potentially get points, make us drive the entirety of the field. But I do
Yeah,
see it from your point too, where we're already here at this point. Like, what do we have to lose?
yeah. So I mean, to me, it's just like some things were questionable about the play calling, especially in like I mean, this has been going on throughout the season. Third and tens, running a zone read, a QB zone read. It's just like come
Well, yeah,
on,
you've been
like,
critical of your offense coordinator all
but
season.
so I don't know. It's just things like that. It's frustrating, but could be. Sometimes I want to say it's Lamar. It could be a combination, but ultimately, Giro, as they call him, but that's Greg Roman, the offensive coordinator. He's definitely made quite a bit of questionable play calls. I mean, maybe we're starting to see exactly why he didn't have a job after San Fran when he was with Colin Kaepernick, when he had Colin Kaepernick as his quarterback. But uh, yeah, outside of that, it was a good game. It was definitely better than I thought it was going to be. Um, and my whole thing about this is, despite the loss, I know everybody's counting the Ravens out, but I just want to just recite the last um, 5 games that the Baltimore Ravens have, and y'all can tell me, you know, what y'all think, loss or win. Cowboys is next. Tuesday Night Football should be a
I'll
win.
give you. I'll tell you. I'll tell you at the end.
Cleveland Browns follow at Cleveland. Now, that could be questionable, so we'll see. But I think our team should be back to full strength, especially Calais Campbell and the crew is getting back to back to health. They should be able to play this week against the Cowboys. Jags. Um, then
Yeah,
when you got
yeah.
the Giants.
Mm,
Um, Daniel Jones should be back then. So
see.
make it interesting. And then you got Cincinnati to finish off the season without Joe Burrow. So it's pretty. I'll say it's a week remaining schedule, but you definitely have a chance. And based off the other teams, Baltimore has 5 losses, but they can reasonably, at the worst, possibly lose one game and still make the offs. But if they win out, Ravens can make a run, and it can, once anybody gets to the show, it's all up in the air for there any given Sunday. But
Mm.
um,
I
yeah, and
like
I was looking at all the
Cowboys
other
for
remaining schedules.
I
What was
like
that?
Cowboys for the upset if because Lamar's not playing this game.
Which one?
Cowboys. I like the Cowboys.
Oh, he's supposed to be activated on Sunday, but that John Harbaugh said that depending on the medical staff, they will give clearance on whether Lamar will play or not. So,
Without Lamar, the Cowboys can take that game. I think so.
okay.
Because
We'll get to that. We'll get to that at the end, gentlemen.
Yep, yep, yep. All right. So, uh, with that being said, we can go on to the next topic, which